Grabe, ang ano to?
Heavy ba?
Oo,
For sure,
heavy
right?
birthday.
Yeah, okay.
Na magbasa. I wish I had the courage to live a life. Do we really make true kapag nasa deathbed ako?
Yeah.
It's not going to be one of my regrets
Right.
because
This is Modern Tribe. Modern families, timeless principles.
The biggest regrets you will have before you die. Alam nyo yung ganitong topic. For others, it's really dreading. Especially when you talk about something that is close to death. But for me personally, I like it kasi it will make you reflect on life. And gusto ko talaga malaman yung perspective nyo when it comes to this. We have a very special guest today. And this guy is very experienced when it comes to life and professional world. So, Pao, for our listeners, first-timers want to know about your story.
Yep.
Can you give us a quick background of
Yeah,
your life? Yeah.
sure. So, first of all, thank you for the invite. Ito pala yung feeling, no? It's a different feeling na, because I used to host a podcast, which later I'll share that as well. But this is the first time that I'm guesting to a podcast. So, sobrang medyo kabado. And then when you guys sent out the briefing, na pressure ako and
Yeah.
but you know, all good. This is really fun. So anyway, just to introduce myself quickly. So my name is Pao. I've been in the corporate world for almost 20 years.
wow.
And recently lang, siguro mga 2 years or 3 years ago, that's where I found the passion of sharing my life experiences to other people. That's why I created the podcast, which is Life Talks by Pao. Spotify, YouTube, you can search it there. But yun lang, I just really love conversing to other people, sharing my thoughts. And just a disclaimer, I'm not an expert. I'm not a professional in doing this. This is a personal project for me. It's more of like my online diary as well. So, you know, I believe that life lessons are kind of, it's not specific to something. You can lift and shift that to whatever situation you're in, whether you're in corporate, relationship, family. All of these lessons, it is really broad. Where, you know, wherever it's applicable, it's in there. And I found that calling wherein I feel like yung mga life lessons ko can be shared at least to one soul who's listening out there na makaka-touch ka, you can influence at one point. I'm perfectly okay with that. So
Right. I like that you really put your focus into life lessons and you call it project,
Yep.
passion project, because you won't be motivated by money.
Yep.
At the same time, they say that it's good that you learn from your own mistake, but I think it's wiser when you learn from other people's mistake.
Exactly.
So I think yung mga challenge mo dun sa podcast mo is more into...
Oh yeah.
Right.
I never realized, I'm not sure kung na-experience ko sa podcast ko. Well, I think most of the content creators, can we call ourselves content
Yeah,
creators?
sure, yeah.
And then you sharing your life to other people, you become an open book. It's somehow parang nakikita nila yung vulnerability mo.
Yeah.
And to a lot of people, it may sound uncomfortable.
Right.
But for me, when you express yourselves and show your vulnerability to other people, you actually find strength to it. From a personal level, and at the same time, you wouldn't know you're already touching people's lives.
Yeah.
Right. Touching people's life.
And
I
as
think,
a listener, I prefer listening to somebody who shows his vulnerability. Kasi it makes me resonate. It also makes me feel na, ay, normal pala ako.
Yes.
He's going through the same thing.
Relatability.
It's not just me who is experiencing this. Kasi if you're too perfect, parang yung listeners, sasabihin nila na, oh, this is too good to be true. Grabe.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm hopeless. Dahil ganito yung pinagdadaan. Yeah, maganda yung topic na to because ako personally it prepares me. Nakakatakot nga ang isipin. Ayoko na siguro mga 90s na ako. Sana umabot ako na. Ayoko na mga ganong age na ako mag-reflect kung ano ba yung mga regrets ko sa buhay.
Yep.
I think it's a taboo discussion then. Like, it's not a normal topic that people
Yeah.
would discuss. But the truth is, it's happening, right? And this opportunity would somehow, sana makatulong sa ibang, sa mga viewers and listeners to have a different perspective about it.
Right. Kasi when we talk about near-to-death experience,
Yep.
medyo distant siya from us. That's why we don't have the time to reflect on it.
Yes.
Because we believe na it won't happen to us.
Matagal ka tayong
Matagal pa tayong
mamatay.
mamatay. So, parang tabu nga siya.
Yes.
That's correct. But I think very practical if you have the perspective na you have limited time. Kasi time should be your friend.
Correct.
It's not your enemy. And this will help you realign your purpose.
Yeah. Agree.
Yung topic natin ngayon, kinuha natin siya from, na-collect siya na observation ng isang nurse. Okay, ano yung name niya? Bronnie Ware. So, siyang Australian na nurse. So,
Si Bronnie Ware.
alam ko kilala mo eh. So, tinanong niya yung mga nurse kasi siya, diba? So, she had patients, marami siguro, on their deathbeds. Tinanong niya kung what are their biggest mistakes.
Right,
And then, she put them together. And discuss natin yung top 5 regrets of the dying. But before that, can you guys make a guess? When you heard na this is going to be our topic, what was the first thing that came to your mind? Ano kaya yung sa tingin nyo, ha?
Yung top dun sa...
Yeah, give me like 1 or 2 you think na biggest regret of the dying.
Ako kasi, personal point of view about regrets is, and siguro it comes with the maturity and experience as well. I looked at regrets as, I know it's a negative
Yeah,
emotion
it
in
sounds
general, but if you look at it kasi, you regret something because it's either you did not do something or you missed doing something.
Right.
Right? When you guys invited me about this topic, nag-reflect din ako about this, and sabi ko, ano ba yung mga trigger points of regrets? It's most probably, obviously, something that didn't go to your plan or to basically to whatever you wanted to happen. And it all, para siya, for me, it's like a mental time machine na you went back to that specific moment. Whether you did the wrong decision or you did not do a specific decision, and you compare it to the current, which is the ideal decision. So that's, for me, that's a trigger. And for a lot of people, they think that regret is so bad that they got stuck with it. But for me, the truth is, when you talk about those kinds of decisions that you did in your past time, the fact that you made a choice, and it's a wide array of choices, whether good or bad, that for me is a sense of living.
Right.
The sense of creating a choice. So, parang, siguro at this point in my life, na shift ko na lang siya into something positive.
Wow, yeah.
That's
And it comes with wisdom, no? Yung age ni Pao.
Yeah.
At 21, no? Yung age natin.
2020.
2020.
Nasobra ka lang ng 1 year.
Well, I appreciate yung choice niya kasi when we invited Pao, we give him list of possible topics. And then I'm happy na yung choose yung option na gusto ko din, which is about regret. By the way, I appreciate the nurse who collected the response.
Si Maring Bronnie.
Bronnie.
Kasi di ba we don't have the glimpse to experience yung first-hand
Yes.
deathbed. Kasi if you are in your last moments, what you're about to say,
Yeah.
golden yun.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You can never lie or pretend what's happening. It should be really close to home.
Interesting, I read something about specific regrets. No? So there was a survey that happened. I think it's World Regret Survey
Wow.
that I kind of researched about
Nag-research
this.
ka?
Oh, I did my assignment po.
Yeah.
So obviously there's a lot of respondents. And then syempre, now that we've somehow described what regret is, like it's making a decision or not making a decision or making a bad decision. Ano siya? It also comes with, interestingly, like when you're in your younger years, like 20s, equal yung not making a decision and also making a bad decision.
Right.
But when you reach the age na older ka na, and to your point, nasa parang near death or nasa deathbed, halos lahat ng regret is about things that you did not do.
Yeah.
Right. Right, right.
Ika-claim ko lang sana yun eh, pero buti na lang may nag-research ka. Diba? Kasi nga, many people daw, they regret more the things na hindi nila ginawa compared sa things na I think doon nang galing yung you only live once, kaya gawin mo na.
Yeah.
So, yung na-mention mo na regret was about not making time for their family, yung biggest na regret. I like yung yung sinabi ni Pao na, yes, we do have regrets, but it's not wise to dwell on them. So, you just have to, carry on, learn from them. Kasi, it drags us down, it makes us feel heavier. Parang, dying ka na nga. Isang tulak na lang mamatay ka na if you really dwell on your regrets, right? But let's listen to what the dying had to say.
Right, yeah.
So, yung top 5, ito yung first one. Grabe, ang
Heavy ba?
For sure,
heavy
right?
for
Yeah.
me
Okay.
na magbasa. I wish I had the courage to live a life true to myself.
Wow.
Not the life others expected of me. Kamusta tayo sa the life that we live? Do we really make true choices or do we live up to others' expectations?
Napabuntong hininga no, I think there's probably a lot of people who can relate to that kasi di ba may tinatawag din tayong identity crisis. You don't know what you wanted to happen or sort of like discovering yourself. And I think those are vulnerable times for your forming years na you tend to be influenced by a lot of people.
Yeah.
Right.
Especially, huwag na tayong lumayo sa family, close friends. Kumbaga, they have expectations and because you're still figuring out your identity, you tend to capture that and then just follow the lead, right? Ako, personal experience ko, and honestly, I wouldn't say this is a regret, but more of like same experience in college. Syempre, di ba? I was early 2000s. When you graduated, like in high school, you're gonna pick up a course. So just because back then nursing was a booming industry, and then
I remember that.
right, so you get to be pressured by that.
Yeah.
Trend-wise, they're successful in the US, etc. And then your parents or your family would tell you, oh, this okay to. Kasi pag graduate mo, magiging sasahod ka ng mas okay, right? So there's already something na parang from point A to point B, they already have this expectation of the point B.
Right, yeah.
And for me, I mean, okay lang naman siya, but at the same time, you would try, there will come to a point wherein you're gonna ask yourself, is this really what I wanted to do? Right? So, ayun, that's probably, from my experience, I wouldn't say na it's a totally bad choice because I actually pursued nursing. But then again, I just shifted basically what I've learned from there to a different walks of life or like industry. And it's the same concept.
Right.
So,
Nothing is wasted.
correct, nothing is wasted. And it's still, developed me on who I am right now.
So yung nursing parang yung expected from you.
Before.
But if you were given the chance, ano sana yung gusto mong piliin?
Given the chance, I would really wanted to take up like law or something related to that. Ayun.
Since everybody took up nursing,
Yes.
they were taking up nursing, kaya
Right, yeah.
sumabay ka na din sa...
Yeah, that's strange. I remember that boom dun sa nursing.
Exactly, yeah.
Right. Everybody went crazy dun sa career options nila. Even sa college natin sa province. Yung pinakamalaking college at time, early 2000s.
Was also nursing.
Nursing.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if they are in the right place right now when it comes to their goal to be living in abroad.
Yeah.
But I know a friend who is somewhat living a life of parang miserable.
Really?
Right, yeah, because of that expectation given to him to be the breadwinner. Well, yung case natin, opposite.
Okay.
Kasi of course, we know may expectations that people will enforce on you.
Yeah.
Yung sa akin, wala eh. Pero because I'm kind of black sheep in the family. So parang wala silang aasahan sa akin. In fact, when I was in high school, most of my high school years nasa computer shop ako.
I heard.
Right, yeah. That's true. I would say I'm happy na walang ganung klaseng pressure. So ako parang free to fall, free to fail.
Okay.
And then, of course, how I wish I could save myself from some pains. Kasi I've experienced a lot. Pero I also learned a lot from it. And then sa college ako, I had to choose by my own, not because of the dictates of the people around me, to pursue something that I somewhat like.
Yeah.
It went well, and then up until now, I think I find pleasure in pursuing tasks not based on the opinion of others.
Wow.
Oh.
Sana all.
Right. I think that the thing about wala akong reputation that I need to protect it,
Okay.
especially when I was growing up. So I think that's kind of good in some sense, right?
I notice most of our sharing, no, even I myself, it's about career.
Yes.
That's expected of
Oh,
us.
alam mo totoo,
Right. Siguro because it plays a big role in shaping our future.
Yep.
no?
Lalo na with inflation.
Yeah,
Kaya yun.
yeah.
Yung sa akin naman, it's good na hindi ko na-regret yung path ko. Although, tama yung sinabi mo, your family talaga. The
Yes.
environment plays a very big role sa mga choices na ginagawa mo. Since I grew up in a family na puro teachers, they all wanted me to pursue
Yeah.
the public school na slots. Ayoko nga.
Were you vocal about it? Were you telling your family that I don't want this?
Yes,
Okay.
but naman, to the point na hindi naman siya offensive sa kanila. And I'm glad na they respected it. Although, I knew na parang nanginayang sila. Na, malaking potential mo, ganito. But it's just not what I want. And
Yes.
now, I'm like totally out of the academe. So wala na talaga akong role sa academic institution. I don't know what they're thinking right now. But I'm just happy na kapag nasa deathbed ako,
Yeah.
it's not going to be one of my regrets.
Right.
Because I made a true choice.
Yeah.
And now we're venturing into business and it's hard. Choose your hard nga daw.
Yes.
But I'd pick this hard kaysa sa hard na being in the public school. So, I really appreciate public school teachers kasi grabe yung work na ginagawa nila. Pero hindi ko po yun kaya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's somehow related to, like, for example, if you're a parent, no, it's somehow related to how you would guide your children on their future. Sometimes kasi, again, going back to my point earlier, that when your kids are still on their forming years, most often than not, they don't know what they want yet. But knowing that opportunity, some people would actually dictate what you want
Exactly.
to happen versus guiding them to really
Figure out
explore and
yeah.
discover what the kid wanted to have.
Exactly.
So feeling ko doon nagkakaroon ng disconnect, and it could be cultural.
Right. Yeah.
It could be again, like may tinatawag tayong future phobia na I mean the expectation and our parents and the family or people around us means they mean well.
Yeah.
You cannot really question the intention. But sometimes to a point that when you sort of, hey, you have to go to this straight line. I think that's where the breakdown is happening.
Yeah.
That's true. May cycle, no? If you're not careful with it, as a parent, what you're imposing on your
Yes.
child is actually your desire, your own desire.
Exactly.
There are many parents I know na yung mga gusto nilang trabaho or
Yeah.
profession, like for example, lawyer, hindi nila na-pursue because they have to be practical when it comes to their career options.
Yeah.
Or being a doctor. Ini-impose sila sa mga anak nila. Because that's actually their own dream
Yes.
na hindi na-manifest.
Exactly.
So it becomes a cycle then.
Yeah.
And if you're not careful with it, no, you're not really you're not really unleashing your
Yes.
truest potential.
Speaking of potential, so feeling ko this is a learning for maybe an eye-opener for parents out there. Well, I'm not a parent yet, but at least looking into this and putting the pieces together, the parents probably would have to figure out where the kids excel or skills,
Right.
and that's where they would somehow guide them and hone them on, and then let them discover, let them learn, let them realize things. So yun lang.
True?
Yeah, give them opportunities.
Opportunities,
to discover
yeah,
their
exactly.
strengths. Yeah. There's a thin line between, good intention.
Yes.
And pursuing your own dream through your child. or
Right.
children.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, actually, backed din siya by studies and surveys from SWS showed around 55% pala of Filipinos feel pressured to meet societal expectations, particularly in their career
Wow.
path.
Mm.
And
55%?
55%, so
Wow.
more than 50.
Right.
Globally, eto mas malaki, 78% of people in a Harvard Business Review study regretted not taking risks to pursue their personal dreams.
Wow.
That's sad. 78 is
Right,
such a
right.
big...
Bakit yung sa Pinas, 55 lang? Why do you think so?
Siguro kasi, may paninindigan.
May
Hindi
guts
ako
tayo, right?
malilipan. Char.
Right, yeah.
Okay. Proceed tayo sa
Yeah,
yeah.
sa medyo napahaba yung
Let's go.
discussion
Oo nga,
natin
but-
dun sa first.
But good discussion.
Right, yeah.
This is sort of, the opposite.
Hmm?
Or hindi naman opposite. Medyo related siya sa first regret. Ito, I wish I hadn't worked so hard.
Oh.
Nako, Pao, you
Ikaw
mentioned,
siguro si Pao.
20 years,
yeah,
no?
I wish-
You
Are you,
had this in your corporate position,
Yes.
in a leadership position.
Yes.
Most likely you can resonate with
Yeah.
that. position.
I think it's coming from pressure. Like, sometimes when you're pressured about a lot of things, and again, medyo related sa una about expectations, that's your realization na parang I wish you have worked hard to achieve things, to achieve a certain status. You know? So, but I think, ang lesson or realization there is just really take one step at a time. For me kasi, when I plan myself specifically, I'm not just talking about career or work, no. When I set my objectives, or like, di ba, usong-uso yung, kunyari, start of the year, you put up a New Year's resolution.
Yeah.
Yan, usong-uso yan. Sometimes kasi, this works for me. A lot of people would be very specific about what they wanted to achieve. For example, I want to be a doctor in 2 years. Or simple ba yun? But you get what I mean. You
Yeah.
tend to be very specific, time-bounded, etc. I mean, that's, for some people it might work. But for me, when I started setting my objectives as really the why you wanted to do things, mas flexible siya, and then mas less pressured siya sa akin. So, it's kind of related to that. It's I wish you worked so hard. That's probably because you set too much expectation on yourself. Without, parang siguro nasasantabi mo na yung mga other important things na for you to live life. So, yeah, and I don't know, people would say na I wish I would na nag-work hard siya. I would assume these people are actually those na hindi nila na-reach yung certain objective on a work or career perspective. Like, they wanted to be rich. Kasi a lot of people has this like fantasy of success as, parang when we talk about success, it equates to money. It equates to status. It equates to the influence that you bring out to people. That's very high expectation.
Right.
But the thing is, for me, kasi when you say success, it's actually the journey, the learning that you've had through it. So, ayun, I wish personally, I wish I would not say that. Sana, in my deathbed. I'd like to believe that, when I live my life at the moment, you try your best on everything. And trying specifically shouldn't, you shouldn't regret that.
That's good. Right. Interesting. Was there a point in your life, parang specific moment na you're earning a lot, tapos you were putting so much time in your work, and then at the middle of it, parang you seem to have no satisfaction?
Yes, definitely. So, may tinatawag kasi ako I actually read this somewhere. I forgot the article or the book. Parang for me kasi, pag sobrang babad ka sa trabaho, gets ko yun. Sometimes kasi there are people who's really passionate about the job. Na talagang so into it, maybe 24/7 na siguro nag-job, nasa work na siya. And may inflection point na may limit ka lang as a person on how much you can give to your job and to work. So ako personally, I've experienced that. Don't get me wrong, I love my job. I love what I'm doing. And because I'm so into it, nagkakaroon ng mga consequences for example, you started to get sick. You miss out a lot of important events in the family, with friends. You miss out just relaxing and having your own me time. And that's taking a toll on myself. So, yun, there was a workshop that I attended before. Like, for example, if you want to be successful in your career, not just career, but basically in life, you need to have a well-balanced life.
Yeah.
Right? So, not just, may nagsabi nga sa akin before na previous boss ko, your work is just a mean to an end.
True.
Right? Kumbaga, your work is not your world because there's a whole world out there. And you need to fulfill that. You need to fulfill all those facets in your life: spiritual, mental, emotional, family time, friends time, because that fulfills you as a person. And you cannot give what you don't have when you go to work.
Right.
Okay.
So you need to fill that first and be satisfied about it. So yun, when I had that realization, sabi ko, okay, sabi nga nila, di ba, a lot of people think na when you work so long, like 12 hours, 15 hours, 16 hours, may mga biro pa nga na, uy, papatayuan ka na ng rebulto sa company, sa company nyo. May mga ganung biroan. Pero for me, that's kind of like an indicator that, hey, probably you have to step back. Kasi maybe you're not working, you're probably working a lot of, spending too many hours, but it may not be efficient or smart.
Right.
Yep.
Well, I couldn't agree more. I like the contrast between your life and my life. Pero nasa
Bakit?
opposite talaga ako ng spectrum. I'm not sure if normal ba ako. Pero yung kay Pao kasi, yung experience niya, parang normal with the people in the corporate world.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very.
As for me, I was wondering if merong point ba sa life ko na parang
Sinabi mong you wish you hadn't worked so.
correct, yeah. Parang hindi ko yung experience. Pero siguro what I wish na pwede kong ma-change is yung I was putting a lot of time on things that don't matter.
Oh,
So ano siya, misplaced passion. There were many opportunities in the past. I would spend time on maybe some business opportunities because I was hyped. And maybe because I was greedy to be rich.
yep.
So I put time to it, but it turned out to be a waste of time. Of course, there's lesson to it, but what if I put it in some projects that will give me more profit? Dun sa health na you mentioned, I'm in a field right now where I am paid to be healthy.
Yep.
So I like it because some people will pursue wealth
Yes.
and lose their health along the way. Well, dun sa wealth, I'm sure that's the surface area lang. Most people want to work so much because, not just really for money, but because there's pressure, maybe to provide. If you're a dad, of course, you have to provide security for your family. It's not just about paying bills, it's about surviving din and paying for your wants and needs. So, yun sa akin, I like it because dun sa health industry ako. So I really need to be healthy. Very important din when it comes to yung sa decision natin sa work.
Yep.
Na we have to balance yung health mo talaga. Kasi yung wealth you won't appreciate wealth if you're in your deathbed. Yeah. That's
That's where this line siguro came from.
Yeah.
Ako, parang same tayo. Oh no. Pero parang papunta na ako dun eh. Kasi, parang gusto ko na mag-work so hard. Pero naudlot kasi nga we got married and may shift ng career. So, siguro I was coming from, yung fulfillment ko was my productivity.
Okay.
Parang ganun.
Oh, yeah.
So, dapat marami akong nagawa ngayong araw. Every day had to be like that. Siguro yung mga tao, no, that's how they felt. That's why they were working so hard. Aside from yung sabi mo, money, pressure, but there's a sense of, minsan kasi, I'm not sure if it's misplaced, pero we also find our purpose in our productivity. Especially if you love what you're doing, ganun. So, minsan, sobra na pala. Na we compromise our time with our family, personal time, yun. So, papunta na ako dun. But I'm grateful na hindi. Workaholic din ako before. Especially, yung pagiging teacher, you have to bring with you your lesson plans. After office hours, gagawa ka pa ng for your class tomorrow. So, pero, I made it to a point na pag weekends, protected talaga siya. So, yun lang yung kagandahan nun. But when I was given administrative work, yun na. Yung sinasabing ko, I was about to cross that line. Buti na lang.
Buti na lang.
Buti na lang.
Kinasal kayo.
Yeah, yun yung mga pinaka-important. Hindi yun misplaced passion. You're in the right track. Keep doing it.
I just appreciate our workplace before because maganda yung environment.
Yeah.
Hindi siya toxic in a sense na dapat gawin mo to lahat.
Yeah.
They made sure na they look after our well-being. Diba? Kaya siguro, yun, medyo may balance tayo. We came from the same,
Yeah. I appreciate our former boss as well.
Kita.
Right? I like this data that we have here when it comes to, I wish I had not worked so hard. In a 2021 study, 44% of Filipinos feel overworked, which leads to neglecting time for family and personal well-being. Globally naman, a survey by Gallup revealed that 60% of people regret spending too much time at work with too little with family. I like it. Yeah.
Ay, mababa pa rin sa Philippines. No?
Yeah, I don't know why. Because
Sino tayo siguro?
Maybe cultural. Kasi we're diba? Filipinos are good for tight,
Close
family, close
ties.
family.
that's kind of strange given most of the people I know, especially dun sa baby boomers, really want to pour in so much time at work so they can provide well for their kids.
Yes.
That's why you see maraming parents na working overseas.
Yes.
Oo.
yes.
So parang may disconnect dun when it comes to spending time with family.
Pero siguro may different factor din to that, no? Na syempre, I know that's gonna be a very different topic. Syempre, why are people working so hard to provide and all? And there's a lot of factors into it. Like obviously our economic status, the situation they're in. So those are the external factors affecting to that, I
Or
guess.
forcing them to work very hard. It's sad, no?
Yeah.
It comes your regret because of your circumstance.
Yeah.
Eto, ano naman tayo, medyo magde-deviate tayo, no? From career,
That's
Okay.
okay, and to our emotions naman tayo. So the third regret here is, I wish I had the courage to express my feelings.
Oh yeah.
Taguan ng feeling.
Talaga ng feelings.
Yeah.
Ako whenever these kinds of questions are asked, I always step back and then try to analyze things of what triggers that specifically. Personally, alam mo yun, hindi ka masyadong expressive on things or thoughts that you have. That's because you have fear inside of you. The fear of maybe you're hurting someone else if you say that. The fear of, is this the right thing to say? The right thing to do? There's always that fear. And unfortunately, the fear is all in our mind.
Right.
Right? So, yun. So, it's always going to be a sana. And I'm not trying to be idealistic about it and so positive about things, because there would really be situations where you will be at that point na you wanted to say something but you just couldn't say it. That's because there's something that you wanted to consider,
Right.
right? but yun, just probably try to assess, I would say, the situation. Not being too much analytical about it, but sabi nga nila, try to strike a balance between the rational thinking and also being sensitive and emotional about things. So, ayun, ako firm believer kasi ako that, if something goes out of your way, like that specifically, it may not be clear to you at that point. It may not be, you would question things, why I didn't do that, why I didn't say these things, or why I said those things on the contrary. Pero ako believer ako, sooner or later, time would come that you would have this perfect understanding of why it happened.
I like what you said about fear is just in the mind. Up until now, I'm having a hard time expressing my honest thoughts, especially with someone I am really attached to, or someone na hindi ko gusto ma-hurt ba. I know this American friend who is very upfront when it comes to his feelings. He would give you straight yung feelings niya. And I was shocked dun sa pattern niya because I'm not used to it. I'm not used to be confrontational. So parang
like a bull session ba ito?
Parang hindi ko yun na-process well, yung thoughts niya. Pero after, I appreciate kasi yung sinabi niyang truth, although not seasoned with love, it gave me the sense of a bit of pain for me to change. So kailangan natin ng ganung, ng hindi sugarcoat na mga...
Yeah. I think it goes to, like for example, when you talk to someone, you would need to consider first why you're doing that. It's the intention.
Right.
Heart check muna.
Heart check, the intention, what's your purpose of saying that, right? Kasi if your purpose is to hurt someone, I think that's probably not a good thing, right? But if you're coming from a perspective na you wanted to challenge someone, you wanted someone to grow, you wanted someone to realize things, that's good. Whether how bad it is, you have to provide. In a corporate world, let me share, there's this radical candor. So the radical candor is like a thin line between being, for the lack of a better term, being like, bullish ka talaga, versus really providing a criticism because you care. That's radical candor. So, alam mo yung ganun. So, yun feeling ko yung nag-hinder sa mga tao to say things because they, maybe the emotional thinking part of their brain is already overpowering them that, hey, when you say this, masasaktan yan, magagalit yan sa'yo. So, that's where the hindrance is coming from, I guess.
Right. Yung sa setup mo sa corporate world is very interesting. Kasi may mga certain guidelines kayo na pina-follow.
Yes.
And sometimes it really hinders you from really speaking the truth, especially if you want to make the organization grow. So I really appreciate yung mga organization which is yung very open sa feedback from not just from the people on top, but down to the bottom. Right?
Yeah, but I think going back to the specific statement, kasi di ba we're talking about regrets during deathbed. So feeling ko this is coming from relationships, whether family or etc. You wish I have said something.
Yeah.
So that's where the power of conversation and communication has to happen.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen overnight. Obviously, you have to build that kind of foundation to really express yourself and be open about things. Kasi, again, going back to our point kanina na, scared tayo to hurt someone else. But I think if you have a good foundation and relationship, you can actually communicate that across.
Yeah.
So, I get that, parang may takeaway there is like, in family or relationship and all, maybe that person who said that had probably something like a backstory behind it na hindi siya na-express yung sarili niya because there's something that happened before.
Makes sense, right? I like it kasi when it comes sa sa relationship, I find myself more vocal when it comes to the truth that I'm feeling right now, especially to my wife. Yung proximity, I think the closer you get, the more you will see the loopholes,
Yes.
yung mga blind spots. So I think there will be some friction talaga
Yeah.
when you're close with someone.
Parang ano yan no? There's a phrase like, physician, help heal yourself. It's
Right.
not like that I mean, diba, doctors cannot heal themselves. But, when a different doctor heals them, it's like that. You just communicate and then you have this kind of connection.
Right.
You need someone.
Pwede kang maging psychologist.
Yeah.
Baka yun yung career.
Ito na yung first session counseling na tayo. Right.
You guys have, I just realized, parang you have pure hearts. And I feel so selfish. Kasi
Right.
yung share nyo, it's like, ayaw niyong masaktan yung other person.
Yeah.
Kaya there's a tendency to just keep your feelings. Yung sa akin naman, parang totally iba siya. Sayang, because it could have blessed the person. Pero I kept it to myself because also of fear. Yan nga lang, it was fear of rejection. I was too shy and too maybe insecure and afraid of being judged if sinabi ko yun. Ganun.
Yeah.
So I had instances na I wanted to pray for people, to bless them because they were going through something. And then hindi na umabot. Unfortunately, they passed away. And then I ended up regretting not, praying for them, not telling them how much they mean to me. Parang ganun. So, nagigets ko to. So, yun. Siguro there's a fear of rejection na pag sinabi mo to, they are going to think na, or baka hindi nila tanggapin yung sasabihin mo. So, yun lang. Medyo tinamaan ako dito sa, I wish I had the courage to express my feelings. And I'm not the type also who's very comfortable saying, I love you to my mama. Just to you. Pero sa iba na close sa akin, parang I feel awkward. So, minsan pag nagko-call kami ni mama, yung my way of saying I love you na lang is, ingat ka lagi, ganon. And then after that, parang at the back of my mind, I just say to myself, I love you, ma.
Right.
But parang hindi ko siyang masabi. Yeah, and sana bigyan ako ng Lord ng marami pang years, to train myself to be more expressive because wala namang mawawala. But
Correct,
I will regret it if hindi ko ma-express yung ganun. Lalo na if I want to tell them how much they mean.
True.
There was a YouTube video that I've seen like way, years ago. So the setting was like it's a commercial. Share ko lang kasi medyo related to that. It's a commercial and then the setting was like a eulogy. So it was a wife and then yung husband niya passed away. So she was telling eulogy. At first she was joking and people yung nakakarinig thought it was a joke kasi parang sinasabi niya nagsusnore pa siya, parang ginagaya pa yung snoring. So everyone was laughing about it. And then at the end sabi niya, these are the imperfect things that I've missed so much that I wish it's back. And that's, obviously the mood became somber and then sad. So, parang to your point, diba? I think you guys are aware about the term memento mori. Everyone will die and everyone must die, And the truth of the matter is like human beings will be at that point. Like, tayo na, for example, at our age, because we're so busy about life, we don't even realize that our parents are aging, people around us are experiencing things. And that's where you realize na, are you really living your life to the fullest with the most important people in your life? Are you making the most out of it? Because when they're gone, this is something that you cannot take back anymore. And when that happens, can you truly say that you've lived your life with no regrets?
Right. Wow, yeah. That's powerful.
Powerful.
Right. I think one of the biggest lies we believe is we have time.
Yes.
We still have time.
Right.
Yeah, sa studies natin dito, eto, baliktad na sa, hindi na mababa ang Pilipinas. Psychological Association of the Philippines shows that 70% of Filipinos struggle to express emotions openly.
Yeah.
Particularly daw in romantic relationships. So, akala ko nga sa family pero I wonder, hindi sila expressive. Parang ironic.
Yeah. I think I agree with the study.
Express emotions openly
Yeah.
with your partner.
Right. Hindi kasi, when it comes to our context, sa culture natin sa Philippines, we're not really upfront and frank.
Yes.
Compared to our Western
Yes.
people,
Yeah.
friends. So,
Very straightforward.
correct. Especially if you're more intimate
I
siguro.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see. But yeah, yun nga, sabi mo, parang tama. Globally, only 41% of people in relationships report feeling comfortable expressing their emotions.
I wonder which works better, no?
Oo.
Like the Western people ba na 41% are Philippines? I don't know.
Right. That's why isa sa mga unique character trait natin sa Pinas is yung pakikisama.
Yeah.
Sometimes, if you want to get along with friends,
Yeah.
you want to be agreeable.
Yes.
Not-
In extreme
Right.
cases, you will regret
Correct,
not expressing your feelings.
Mm.
Yeah. I think it really is there's a cultural factor into it.
That's true.
Yeah.
And speaking of loved ones, punta tayo sa a close to our hearts na group of people.
Oh, wow. Let's see.
Talk about our friends.
Okay.
Because the fourth one here is, I wish I had stayed in touch with my friends.
Oh.
Nalulose niyo ba yung, communication niyo with your friends?
Ako personally, yes, it happened, and I think a lot of people can relate to that. But and I'm sure you probably can agree to this, no? When life happens, like when you're in the real world, you started doing a job like building your career and all. You also somehow lose friends along the way.
Yeah.
Right.
But may specific core circle of friends that's gonna be there, in your life. And even your core friends, like the small circle that you have, sometimes there are times wherein you tend to have not, connected to them for a time being. Yeah, it happens. And I'm just really thankful that even though it happens and then you get the time to catch up with these core circles, it feels like it's not,
Nothing happened.
the connection did not, hindi siya nawala. Right? Yung regrets of like spending sana more time with friends. I think again, going back to the trigger, why naisip ko lagi ako nag-overthink about bakit niya kaya nasabi yun. And that's probably because this particular person who said that is putting their time and effort to people that's not, parang doesn't matter that most to your own life. I think it goes back to ano ba or sino ba yung gusto mong kasama during those maybe hardships or successes in your life, right? And baka nalagay ngayon sa ibang posisyon.
Yeah.
Right? So, sana hindi naman mangyari kasi again, going back dun sa point natin kanina that if you really wanted to live a well-balanced life, it has to be a well-balanced life na you have your time with your friends, your family, your kids, if you have kids, your work, with the society or the community as well. So those kind of things. It's a juggling piece na medyo hard for a lot of people, to be honest.
Yeah.
And that's why they're probably having that regret.
Yeah, for sure. When it comes to my friends right now, I want to check them actually. Maybe after the podcast, I'll call them. But there was a point in my life na yung identity ko was very strong. Dun sa belongingness.
Yes.
The sense of belonging with your friends. When I was in high school siguro or college, yung mindset is kapag you're part of this certain group,
Yep.
you are complete. So I realized when I'm in this season right now, I'm married, you cannot bring all of your friends in this season that you're in,
Yep.
and that's okay.
Yep.
But I think what I need to do is to be intentional with checking on them. You don't need to really spend, I would say, in person kasi scattered na yung friends.
It's not a question of frequency, eh. It's a quality thing.
Quality.
Correct, yeah. Possible that you're spending time. with your friend right in front of you, but there's no intimacy. There's
Yeah.
no quality connection.
Yes.
So I want to be intentional with that because I don't want to make an impression that I'm married right now. Na,
You totally forgot about it.
right, yeah. So I have to visit my friends and connect with them and checking on them.
Yeah, you should remind kita mamaya. But yes, yung sinabi nga ni Paul, this is a very big world. It's totally different from when we were back in school.
Yes.
Na yun na yung small world natin eh. And most of our friends are there. Nakikita natin sila every day. So, we don't lose touch or communication
Yeah.
with them. Next school year, makikita na naman natin sila. Yun nga. But when you graduate and you start having your job, it's
Yep.
a totally different world.
Yes.
And it's very big.
Hmm.
So, personally, bakit ang ano ko? Meron na naman akong ano dito.
Really,
Meron na naman akong
right.
regret dito. So, yeah, I found really good friends when I was in high school. Pero yun nga, because the world is very big, na ano na sila, they are all over the place. Nasa States, mga ganon. And I lost touch talaga.
Yeah.
And nung wedding natin, I didn't bother, inviting some of them because for me, it was such a hassle for them to really, come home and be in the wedding kasi hindi ko naman sila ma-entertain talaga
Right.
sa wedding. So I didn't find it practical. But yun lang, meron akong friends na they felt sad because they wanted to celebrate pala with me.
Oh.
Although sa akin naman, I just didn't want
Yeah.
you to
Yeah.
experience the
Yeah.
hassle, diba? So let's celebrate,
Right.
sometime when you come back na lang. Pero doon ko na-realize na, I've lost touch. Na, ngayon, it's to our advantage because there's social media.
Yes.
So I wish I could have done better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Checking on them. Ganun. So now, if I remember a friend, I just message them.
Right.
Kasi, siguro, probably the person who said, I wish I had stayed in touch with my friends, syempre matatanda
Yes.
na to sila eh.
Yes.
So, hindi nila na-maximize yung
Yes.
power ng social media.
Right.
They keep in touch.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Well, tayo, we have, that access.
That
Right.
advantage.
Oo, take
Yeah.
advantage.
Wow.
Yeah, kasi, people in the most, people are basically social beings.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, human beings are social beings. We love the sense of care, belongingness from other people. We get to have different perspective from our friends. So, tama ka, maybe that person, I don't know when the study happened,
Yeah.
maybe the connection there was not really as compared to right now.
Ngayon.
Mm. Well, I like to read this data from hindi na cite dito yung source, pero in the Philippines, 60% of people report losing touch with friends after marriage.
After what?
Marriage.
Oh.
Or entering long-term relationship. Well, I'm guilty with this. No?
Yeah.
Now that you said that yung kanina yung friends mo that they wanted to spend, let's have a wedding again. Let's invite. Let's keep in touch with them.
Mga gastos yan.
Oh, it's not
For
very
sure.
practical.
Right.
Let's just,
Maybe it's a
spend
small
time with them.
celebration.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah. Now that I know this, I think it would be best to ask them like simple questions. How are you?
How are you?
Yeah.
Without, kasi minsan yung kamusta ka, may kasunod na request.
Yes.
I want to...
Utang, parang.
Naku, delikado eh.
Right. So,
How are you goes a long way.
Right, yeah. So I want to really ask, we want to be intentional with asking the person talaga, how are you? And wala dapat kasunod na, may kilala kang ganito. May ano ba, may kasunod na flavor. Or,
May chismis.
There's a
May
different
chismis.
intention pala.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, hindi pala pakakamusta.
Yeah. So, I had this chat with a friend na out of nowhere, like, na-remember ko siya. Kamusta kaya si ganito? Tapos, right at that moment, it took me less than 1 minute to open my messenger and send a message.
Yeah.
Kamusta ka? And right at that moment, he's going through something.
Oh.
Yun nga, how are you goes along.
Correct. Right. So, what we will do,
So check on your friends.
Yeah.
how are you? Tapos, GM mo nilang.
But if that works for you, sobra kang busy, di ba?
Right.
Yeah, eto naman. Punta naman tayo sa, syempre, this is also important. Your relationship with yourself. And that will be the last regret na pag-uusapan natin. Many of the dying wish they had let themselves be happier. Nakakalungkot.
That's big. It's
Bakit
always
kaya?
a pursuit of happiness.
Oh,
Right.
life is a pursuit.
Well, yung happiness, of course, relative siya. Depends on how you define it. But
Yes.
for you, Pao,
Yes.
ano yung thing that makes you really, really, really happy?
Yeah, happiness for me is like being contented of what you have and who you're with. So, kasi there's some people who's, like they define happiness as achieving something. But for me, I've learned this out of my experience to be just happy on what I have. Whether it's tangible things, intangible things, people around me.
Yeah.
That's what happiness for me.
Right.
I think it's a different perspective. That's kind of a different perspective, so that for me in the future I wouldn't have that kind of regrets as well. Parang living your life one day at a time. Na parang happiness is like it's a state, and you kind of create that kind of state for yourself. So yun, that for me is happiness. And I think dun sa statement na I wish, I could have, ano yun, sabi niya?
I had let myself be happy.
Be happy. It's, sabi nga nila, diba? You only live once, but ako, I have a different perspective na you only die once.
You live every day.
You live every day, you only die once. So each day, that's probably your purpose. When I had this, parang reflection years ago, I always ask myself, why do I do things that I do?
Yeah.
Why do we do things that we do right now? And it's always gonna go back or come back to your core, the big why. And that's the source of your happiness. Right? Why are you doing this? So as long as you're always into that why, you're gonna be okay, you're gonna be happy. Again, different levels or intensity of happiness could be for different people, but that's you. Right? You define that.
Wow, yeah. That's
What
powerful.
for you is-
right.
Is happiness. Kasi
Wow.
parang masabi niya na lahat.
Oo.
Right, yeah. Well, happiness should not revolve around your circumstance. Because when you base it on your circumstance, you won't arrive there.
Yes.
When you're looking for having a bicycle, and once you have it, you will dream having a car. And once you have the car, you will dream about having a let's say airplane.
Jet, yeah.
Once you have it, you want to have a rocket ship.
Yep.
So I think human nature would give us a sense na there's no contentment.
Yes.
Right? So, dun sa state na you're contented, at the same time, you see things in a different light. Na yung happiness should be internal, not external. Well, as for me, I've learned, and I'm so happy that happiness for me is not what I have, it's who I have. Because for me as a Christian, I really appreciate Christ choosing me to be part of His family. So the more I focus on that, the more it breeds praise and gratitude. When I was not a believer in Christ, my life revolves around me and my performance, my lack of performance or my achievement, which is really, really unstable. Kasi there will be days you will be performing well, but you will discover the next day your energy goes down.
Right.
And then there will be days that are really miserable. And how do you respond with that? So I'm happy that with this kind of identity that we have in Christ, it's stable. That's why He is called the Rock of all ages. Because we know rock is stable, and all ages means it's timeless. So I appreciate that. How about you?
Yeah, there's a different joy, no, when you make others happy. When you're able to bless others.
Yes.
So, parang yan yung hack ko now. Although, I'm also happy naman pag nakakapag-shopping, pag nakaka-check out ka. That's a different kind of happiness. But again, that's just temporary because sabi mo nga, hindi tayo nakakontento.
Yes.
So, pag naka-receive ako ng ganito, ay, mas maganda pala yung ganito or okay din naman yung
Yeah.
ganito.
Yes.
So, happiness is not, indulgences. Hindi siya nakikita sa mga bagay. So, yun yung hack ko now is what really makes me happier. Kasi nga happy din naman ako sa material na bagay. What makes me happier is really spending time with people and gusto ko yung mga ganito. Nag-exchange tayo ng conversations na we don't just talk about people or kung ano yung latest. But kung what really matters in life, being able to learn from the people that I talk with, na-appreciate ko na yun. Pag tumatanda ka pala, iba na yung happiness. Slow morning, time with yourself, nakakapag-reflect ka sa mga bagay-bagay.
That's true.
So, yeah, but we are Filipinos kasi alam nyo ba, in the Philippines, around 40% of people believe happiness comes from external circumstances. So, 40 lang. Research shows na internal choices play a bigger role for us. So, kaya yung answers natin, parang,
That's nice.
common. Contrary naman, globally, studies show 85% of people regret not allowing themselves to be happier. I wonder what the other side of the world, what they're
Not
thinking.
allowing themselves to be
to be happier.
Right.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
It's so sad for them.
Yeah, I think there is also like, like a specific country. I forgot what country that is. Na parang ang taas ng suicide rate because
Right, yeah.
because maybe because of that.
Pressure.
No?
Yeah. The thing that is most interesting about that thing you mentioned is you see the data that when the nations get richer and richer,
Yep.
these are the exact nations who have great number of
The law of rising expectations.
right.
It
Which is
says something about
Yeah.
the Philippines then.
right.
Yeah. You know
It's only been-
that's probably a good sign of the Philippines.
Yeah.
I mean, the brighter side of our
Correct.
situation.
We're still grateful.
The resilience. I remember there was this typhoon that hit Philippines.
Yeah.
Tapos nakunan sa video yung mga Pinoy
Yeah.
on their roof and they were
Yes.
smiling at the camera.
Waving.
Now I understand kung bakit ang Philippines is somehow on the top list of the most happiest
people.
or happiest people in the world.
Right. Well, so that shows na it should not be dependent on what you have.
Yes.
And it should be right on the things that really make you happy.
I think natumbok natin tatlo about kasi we somehow mentioned as one specific word and that's contentment.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Yeah.
What we have. And
Well,
who we have.
yeah. I think it's a choice.
Yeah.
That you need to dictate as well every day. Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Today's topic is really interesting. Parang
Yeah. Right.
punong-puno yung yung bank ko of mga
Parang ba
bagong
ito sa isang
kaalam na.
episode?
I think we will touch it, no? Medyo haba
Right.
siya.
Yeah. It's
Meaty kasi
yeah,
siya.
full of reflections and full of stories. Happy that you show up today. You put time to this.
Yeah.
So feel free to connect with us in our Facebook page, Modern Tribe. Of course, listeners natin sa DWPS, we're happy that you join us here.
And
how can our audience connect to you?
Yes. So it's on Spotify. It's Life Talks by Pao, and it's also available on YouTube. So catch up my life lessons in there. A lot of learnings and realizations, and also conversing to other people. I love doing that. Again, it's a personal project, and as my main motivation is as long as I, touch at least one soul, that's serving its purpose. So I hope you guys can catch that.
Yeah,
you will be blessed
for sure,
as
100%.
much as we have been blessed. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
thank you.
Pao.
Thank you so
Appreciate
much.
it, right? Fruitful conversation. And again, this is
Modern
Modern
Tribe.
Tribe, helping modern families.
Embrace timeless values.
Okay.
Bye.
This is Modern Tribe. Modern families, timeless principles.